Hey guys, before the video starts, definitely check out Clean My Mac X. It's actually a very fantastic tool to use if you own a Mac computer. What it does is it cleans up your Mac, speeds it up by getting rid of a bunch of junk files that may be stored on your hard drive, and also it checks that hard drive for malware to ensure that nothing can harm your computer. So definitely check out Clean My Mac X. There's a link down in the video description down below. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. Today we're talking a little bit more about iOS 13 and the upcoming betas. More specifically, today we're talking about iOS 13 Developer Beta 6 and exactly when the date is that we will be seeing that released. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about iOS 13 Developer Beta 6. So today is August 5th, and I bet a lot of you guys were expecting the next developer beta, as today is a Monday, but there still is hope that we might be seeing it tomorrow, Tuesday, which is August 6th. Now, my prediction is actually that we're going to be seeing the release of the 6th developer beta next week. That will be August 12th or 13th, I believe. Those are the two dates, Monday and Tuesday, that I believe we should be seeing the next developer beta, simply because there are a few things that Apple needs to work on in between now and then. And I don't think going to a 1 week release schedule is quite good yet, just because there's a lot of things that Apple needs to solve here and some minor additions that need to be made to make a kind of like possible iOS 13 version 6 more well-rounded. So with those dates in mind, let's talk a little bit about what we should be seeing from iOS 13 Developer Beta 6. Now, as far as new features go, I don't expect to see anything new in Beta 6. We are definitely far beyond new features being added to iOS 13 that are specific to the older devices. When the new iPhone 11 comes out, I'm sure we'll be seeing new features that are kind of dedicated to that specific device. But as far as any new features that we'll be seeing in Beta 6, I don't think there are going to be any, but I do expect that the features that were taken out in the previous beta here in Beta 5 should be coming back. One is the FaceTime correction feature. That is definitely one of the best features of iOS 13 so far, and I really love it. It had a few bugs here and there and didn't always work, so Apple wanted to take that, remove it from the 5th developer beta here and put it back in maybe the 6th or 7th developer beta with a more streamlined approach to how that will work, and obviously a more well-rounded feature rather than a buggy one. Another feature that was kind of taken out in Beta 5 was the screen time communication limit. I don't know why that was taken out. In my opinion, it was working quite well, but again, Apple may have found a bug there and wanted to remove all the bugs that were there and then release it as a more stable feature in the future here. Now, another thing that has been taken out is actually a very important feature to a lot of people who use the Shortcuts app. The automation tool has been taken out, the automation menu, where you can go ahead and automate certain processes that you create in the Shortcuts app, and that was taken out. I was super disappointed to see that, but obviously there were so many bugs surrounding the Shortcuts app here in iOS 13. Apple had to do something, and I think they figured out that the automation tool was causing a lot of those issues. So we should be seeing that back either in Beta 6 or Beta 7, as that was quite an important upgrade and tool found in the Shortcuts app, and I fully expect Apple to be working on that as we speak. Now, besides new features, we're going to be seeing a lot of UI changes around iOS 13. Now, the first thing that I fully expect to be seeing now that we're very far into the beta process is newer app icons, more modern looking app icons that kind of take away from iOS 11, iOS 12, where we've been seeing pretty much the same thing, and kind of have a rebranding of app icons here in iOS 13. So do expect to see some new app icons as we move further on into the beta process here, as Apple wants to kind of rebrand iOS 13 and separate it from iOS 12 and iOS 11 that were both really buggy in a sense, where we had a lot of focus on speed and performance, not so much features, but again, very buggy. So Apple may want to rebrand iOS 13 as a more trustworthy version of iOS, bringing new features and as well speed and performance with that kind of reliability factor where you won't have a lot of issues with iOS 13. Now, on top of that, Apple has already started kind of making some changes to the home screen and allowing you to customize apps via a different menu when you 3D touch an app. that makes things a little bit faster. They've improved the process of kind of moving apps around to where you want them, but do expect some further improvement made to this part of iOS 13. I fully expect that we should be able to move apps wherever we want. Maybe when the next iPhone comes out, who knows? But Apple has been very reluctant to release that feature, that ability, since the beginning of iOS. So don't hold your breath for that, but I do expect, since Apple is making it easier and easier to move app icons, maybe we will be seeing that in the near future. Now, one thing that you are most guaranteed to see is UI changes like text, buttons, very small and minor UI changes throughout the iOS 13 UI. They're going to be very hard to spot sometimes. Sometimes they'll be pretty obvious, pretty blatant, but I'll definitely be pointing those out to you guys. There's going to be a lot of small changes here and there that will actually lead up to a big difference in iOS 13. So definitely look for some of those changes as we move on into the beta process here, but you are assuredly going to see those very small UI changes as we move on into the betas. Now, the next thing that we have to talk about is speed and performance, because Apple did quote at WWDC 2019 that we should be seeing ×2 performance with iOS 13. And I really couldn't get a handle on if that would be with the new iPhone 11 or if we should be seeing that with the A12 Bionic chip in the iPhone XS and XS Max. So we're not very clear on that, but so far Apple has actually improved performance quite a bit here in iOS 13 in the 5 betas that we've already had. So speed and performance is definitely on the rise here. We have really good battery life, some new battery life features as well. So things seem to be looking really well for speed and performance, both on the CPU, GPU side, and of course the battery side as well. But I would like to see just a little bit more performance, specifically with iOS 13, maybe a little bit more stability as well when using the device, making sure that we don't have a lot of system processes that waste battery life. That would be nice to see, but I'm really holding my breath for that ×2 performance on older devices, not just on the newest device that is coming this September, but on older devices as well, because that will essentially increase the longevity or the life of that device in the future. So that would be really nice to see. So guys, those are a few things that you should be seeing in not only iOS 13 beta 6, but also the following betas after that as we get to the official launch of iOS 13 and of course the new iPhone 11 here in late September. So guys, let me know what you would like to see in the comment section down below, and also what you are looking forward to most with iOS 13 and also the iPhone 11. I really want to know your opinion in the comment section down below. Again, guys, if you have any questions about what we talked about in this video, definitely leave those in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Now, if you like this video and you want to stay up to date with all videos like it, make sure to give a like on the video and also get subscribed. Also consider hitting that bell button because that will get you updates as soon as any of our content is released. So guys, again, thank you for watching this video on iOS 13 beta 6. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in some upcoming content. Peace.